We're gonna jump right into this one with no delays, and I'm gonna bring you back to Bolt. And Bolt is basically this awesome tool that you can build out things just off a script, and you can build apps, web apps, little dashboards, blogs, start your blog app, all different types of things you can do. I use it to build like little interfaces. I need to stop saying little. I use it to build quick interfaces that I can use depending on what I'm using, if it's an automation or something else that I can show you right here better. So what I did here is I took this script for lead magnets, and also just like as it started off as a questionnaire, and for lead generation for when you're selling leads. This is just, I'm just basing it off of this right here. And I had it build a modern lead website quote app using React and style components. So React is a front end interface. It looks kind of cool. It has all the little floating animations here for the icons. It's just real quick. And from my experience of coding, this is like one of the best ones to use, like React, because it's just quick, it's compact, it can just be deployed like anywhere. So I just like, let me do this. So that's the tech stack, is React. Style components for the UI styling, that's another clean code for React. You don't really have to worry about this stuff. All you need to know is that you could say you want it in React. You don't have to do any coding. So that's just getting too much into the code. So I basically told AI what I wanted, and I'll get to that. And then, I gave it some questions and see if it was questions that I like or didn't like, and I just adjusted it to that. And here's a live quote calculator, so it calculates all the leads and does the pricing for me. Then it gets their name, action button. So let's just go through a quick demo right here. So if somebody comes to your site and they're looking for leads, and maybe they just don't know how many they want, or if they already are and you're talking with them, you can also use this. And the first question is what type of leads you're looking for, depending on their niche. Let's go with education. Next, we're going to pick United States. Next, what size company are you targeting? Let's go with small business. And we're doing business to business. And we're looking for any decision makers. Let's go business owners and marketing. We want their email, phone number, website, and let's get their address. We're not going to exclude LinkedIn data, business directories. Need our leads. Standard. Let's just say we wanted 1,000 leads. That'll be $2,000. Then it gives them this nice little dashboard and quote, and it shows them the price depending on what they wanted. Say they wanted to switch it. If they get more leads, they pay a lower price. So all depends. That's not right. If you want 5,000 leads, it's $1.25. Not 1,000 leads at that. So I need to actually update this. It's pretty cool to see this though. I didn't add this. This is something AI did. So they do their own thing sometimes. Because I didn't add these two prices. They added this themselves. So I need to update that. But it gives a brief summary of everything you picked, and you can go from here. and they have their quote. If they want the quote, then they can come in here and give their information out. And the real price is still 2,000 because they wanted 1,000. So I still need to fix the other part, but this is actually the real thing right here. So they can get their contact information. They can send the quote to me, the admin, or they could just pay it and then they'll get the stuff to them. So for instance, if it's a recurring customer, they can just go in here and get their leads and pay, and then that's that. For content creation, it's the same thing. This was an add-on after I built the first lead generation console. And that was all based off this script right here, which wasn't too much to put together. When I was using ChatGPT, it did most of the work for me. I just kind of said, hey, I need a lead generation, I need 10 questions, and so on. And we'll go to that in 1 second, actually. And right here, we're going to go through this real quick, too. Content creation. What's the name of your business? Let's just say Ties Our Shop. Car. Content goals. We want more leads and we want to showcase our products and services. And we want more website traffic. Our ideal customers are still going to be small businesses and local people. Our brand voice and tone. Let's be fun and playful. Gonna need social media post. I have Instagram and Facebook and educational, promoting content. We want, let's see, one post a week would be that. Uh, you create all the content. Didn't pick blog, I just picked social media content. So this would be about $200 a month. And for 2 platforms, 4 posts a month. And here is our information for our quote that we can keep. We can put our contact information in. We can get the quote, or they can pay. You can pick Stripe, PayPal, depending on your preference, and then go from there. So let me just see here. Okay, so here's what I asked. So this is the prompt I put in for ChatGPT to create this code and project. And it wasn't nothing too complicated. I just gave it a little bit of information. I want the industry, company size, like I explained earlier, 10 questions that they can easily answer. I gave it a pricing for the leads. The more leads you get, the more, the less they pay. Then I told it I wanted a React style components up to date code, and users could elect the types of leads they want and the pricing after, and give them up to 3 days to get it. And then I let ChatGPT do its thing, and it came out with this here. And then I told it to add a little bit more details in the tech stack because as far as what it said it was going to build it in, it just wasn't good enough for me. So it had this one little line right here at the bottom. I didn't like it. So add more details in tech stack. So here's the tech stack. Like I was saying, front end React, all that stuff. You don't need to really know about it unless you want to get more into the coding. But it's a no code tool. All you gotta do is prompts. Then my questions, like I would mention earlier, and then I wanted to put a back end on there, and I told it not to. Yeah, mock backend. There's no backend because there's no database. There's nothing being saved. There's no client information being saved. If they fill out the form, it's a straight email to me. So there's no need for any backend. And that's basically what I said in this prompt. And you want to do all this. You don't want to talk to actually the the coder because once you start using bot, it's going to eat your credits up. So you want to have all this taken care of before that, and you can get a better product and you'll be able to do more. And then, you'll save some money. You'll save your credits because they only give you but 10 million on the paid account. Yeah. On the paid account, you get 10 million tokens. So you want to make sure that you got enough tokens and you don't want to waste them. And then after that, it gave me a new version, up to date. And this is the one I pasted in there. And that's how I got this project right here to look. So then I decided I wanted to add more onto it. And then I went back and I said, hey, give me a content creation for the blogs and the social media. And then it built all that out and it came back and I gave it a new prompt. Yep, right here. I gave it a new prompt and then it started building it all for me. Then I switch a few things out and it'll just take care of everything for you, like I showed you. And let me go back to here. Actually, there was a part that needed to be fixed that we did talk about and mention earlier, and that was on the quote page. On the quote page, the prices need to reflect. And not what the user is paying. Um, on the quote page, the prices need to reflect. I got so many typos. Need to reflect the actual price and shown and not what the user is paying. And you want to be very descriptive here because the more information you give it, the better it'll fix what you're trying to fix. Because you don't want to just be like, hey, just fix this or whatever. So I'm just going to add a little bit more details. And then with those details, it's going to help the AI improve the app. So I don't have to keep wasting a whole bunch of tokens on this. So just give me a second and then I'll go from there. Okay, so now what I did was I had to go back here just so I can make sure I had the information right that I was looking at, and the price goes down. So this is wrong. So here we go. I was like on the page, quote, we need the prices to reflect actually what it is. Since I selected 1,000 leads in the UI, I showed the price for it being 1,000 for 1,000 leads. Under the card for 5,000 plus, when selected 5,000 leads, the price should reflect the price for 5,000 leads, not 1,000. So we're gonna do that. The AI is gonna start thinking. It's gonna say, okay, I see the issue. So now it's going to update that for us in the background. We can use the bathroom, go get a coffee, make a phone call real quick, answer some texts, whatever it is, you can do that while this is going on. Like I multitask multiple times doing different things while this is just building out stuff for me. I just love it. So I'm gonna come back when this is done. All right, we are back, and now so it says new price and calculation works correctly. Here's what I fix. Key changes, calculations, dynamic pricing, better tier pricing. So let's see what it did. Sometimes it does its own little thing, and we need to just see what happens. Sometimes it's a little better than what we thought we were going to do, and we just let AI do its thing. So I'm going to just pick a few things and go back through this flow and get us to where we were just at with the pricing. No. Back to 1,000. All right, let's see if this changes, because the price should go up, but the leads should be different pricing. Okay, there we go. So 2,500 leads at 175. Yeah, so there we go. 5,000 at 125. Looks good. So yeah, this should say 10,000. Yep, 10,000. 1,000 leads at 3,000. Should be 3,000. Yep. So now that's fixed, and that it took like a minute. As soon as I paused the video, it basically was done. So if you want to change the price and get more, you can, or you can just go back to your original. Just go there. Back to what I was saying, you can put your information in, and they can send a quote. You can pay, or they can pay, however you want to flip it around and do this. But this is just an awesome thing that you can add to your arsenal. You can sell things like this to people. You can build them. You could have people use them, because I'm going to use this. That's the reason why I built it, for my business. So I just say, like, Bolt's awesome. We're going to go through a little bit more. I just kind of wanted to give a background on this, and I'm going to show you the powers that can do with Bolt. So let's get it in.